This is your home for the Trojans. Girard Sports Live.
Snap and leans forward, and that's touchdown number 4 for Scott Moore.
Girard Sports Live is presented by Crawcan, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net.
Looks, throw over to Adolph, quickly down inside, wrap around Bowman, found herself in the right place, foul, and the bucket!
He'll try a 3 and hits. Adolph with it up top, being guarded by Gass. Dryad down the lane, off the glass, and good. Nice instinct by Adolph to just take it to the bucket.
Fielded on the short hop, fires this one across. Able to throw the runner out by a step and a half.
Pitch to the outside to Ashbacher. Gets a good block on the outside, and he's in for the touchdown.
It's time for the Trojans. On your home for Girard High School Athletics. Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live.
And good Friday afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the weekend and welcome to the 2026 Class 3A State Baseball Championship here from Tointon Family Stadium on the campus of Kansas State University in Manhattan. BJ Harris along with you as we get set for a Girard Trojan State title opportunity as they look to take on the Silver Lake Eagles. The number 7 seeded Trojans taking on the number 8 seeded Eagles, and that's all you need to know about perhaps the competition these two teams see throughout the regular season that drove those records to be 7 and 8 seeds going into this tournament. And here they sit on the final day of the Kansas High School's athletic schedule for baseball, ready to play for a state championship. What an incredible opportunity these boys have ahead of them, and they did that by punching their ticket to this game with a 2-1 victory just yesterday as they advance to this game with that 2-1 victory and a gem of a game pitched, I guess that was 2 days ago. I'm starting to really lose track of time, I'll be honest with you, with this run through the state tournament. But back on Wednesday in that semifinal game against Burlington, a questionable call at the end of the play. Now with a couple of days for people to digest and learn the rules of baseball, including yours truly, looked like to be the right call, and the Trojans hold off the late charge from the Burlington Wildcats to get the win 2-1. Silver Lake, they advanced to this championship game with a similarly close game. In fact, theirs went to extra innings against Russell Victoria in their semifinal game on Wednesday to advance. The 18-11 Silver Lake Eagles, the 23-5 Girard Trojans, and the 3A State Baseball Championship on the line. Mulvane just picked up the 4A title a moment ago, knocking off Topeka Hayden in their game. 9-4, I believe, was the final score in that one, and a real close game throughout most of it, but eventually they do as the Mulvane, you see, they're on cue. Mulvane changing sides of the field as they will carry their trophy across, and hopefully the guys in crimson and gold will do the same coming up in about 2 hours. We'll see how this one goes here from Manhattan. A pleasure to be here. Thanks to all the sponsors who make it possible to bring you Girard Sports Live, especially Crawcan, our presenting sponsor. And Girard Sports Live is presented by Crawcan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Crawcan. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Crawcan has to offer at ckt.net. Got a nice vantage point here high atop Tointon Family Stadium. Fortunate to have some cameras around the field as well as we're trying to give those folks back at home. We'll have a good crowd here from Girard. I've already seen a lot of crimson and gold in the stands, but those of you who can't make the trip, hopefully give you as good as the next best thing here on Girard Sports Live. We'll step away, take our first break of the pregame show. When we come back, we'll kick off the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. We'll get you through your starting lineups and get you set for the opener of this one. The Girard Trojans, Silver Lake Eagles, Class 3A state title on the line. Coming up next on Girard Sports Live.
is it so fast?
With Crochan's multi-gig internet, you can experience monstrous speeds for every device in your home or business at the same time for a low, no-nonsense price.
Since 1918, GN Bank has been the heart of our community. Big enough to meet all your banking needs, but small enough to offer that personal touch you deserve. From agricultural loans to home mortgages, GN Bank has the expertise, products, and service to help you thrive. With a pledge to treat others ethically, be adaptable, focus on customers, and invest in the communities they serve, GN Bank is committed to your success. The best place to bank and borrow, GN Bank, where community banking truly comes first. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years, with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust, federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC. Community National Bank and Trust has been serving.
Today we're going to do an
Out here on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show from Tointon Family Stadium in Manhattan, Kansas State University. BJ Harris along with you, about 10 minutes away from first pitch, or at very least introductions in this 3A state championship. As we are in the midst of this Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. For over 30 years, Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area. Stop in soon. Check out your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard Schools, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. And we'll run through our starting lineups here for the first time today. Maybe nail them right a bit ahead of the game as well. But starting lineups always and forever on Girard Sports Live has been brought to you by the Jagged Edge. Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style that you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylist Carla Sands will have you looking your very best for your next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. And we'll start with the visiting Silver Lake Eagles as the 7th seed. Trojans will be in the home dugout and get to bat last. That's a big factor certainly in this one. Silver Lake will lead off with their center fielder, number 3, Brady Hogle. Batting second, the second baseman, number 11, Dane Johnson. Batting third, the first baseman, number 5, Drew Womack. Batting fourth, the pitcher, number 23, Kipton Kruger. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 12, Miles Kibbe. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 21, Dominic Monholland. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 8, Ben Renfro. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 9, Jax Ross. And batting ninth, the right fielder, number 20, Aiden Strickland. Playing defense at shortstop and out batting number 4, Lane Ray. The head coach of the Silver Lake Eagles is Tyler Seeley. And the starting lineup for the Girard Trojans. It'll be leading off in right field, number 2, Briggs Buckingham. Batting second, the second baseman and winning pitcher from 2 days ago, number 7, Briar Schultz. Batting third, the left fielder, number 21, Aiden Nashbacher, the lone senior on this squad. Batting fourth, the shortstop, number 5, Robbie Bruning, come in and closed out that game and had that big play to end it, knocked down that comebacker to him and found it on the turf and got it over to first to Cullen for the out to end that game on Wednesday. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 23, Blake Brokob. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 11, Drake Smith. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 12, Ben Cullen. Batting ninth, the center fielder, number 10, Corbin Bowen. And on the defensive end, on the hump, and getting to start the ace for the Trojans, number 15, Cam Smith. Big news as the Trojans were able to manage their pitching, and that's really been the factor in this one. I had a game earlier today, Paola, and I think they just kind of ran out of pitching in their third-place game and ended up falling 11-0, and that can't happen. But for the Trojans, they should have a full complement with their number one guy on the bump. The University of Arkansas commit Cam going to show us what he's got in a big-time spot here as the Trojans he had 74 pitches on Monday from my recollection, which is just shy of the limit that you would need to have 4 days rest, but able to have the rest necessary from Monday as he fell just under that with 74 pitches. And, good coaching, because I know I heard of another game where a guy that was available, could have been available, was 2 pitches over that limit and had to wait another day and really might have decided the team's victory for them. And so I know the Trojans should feel confident. Silver Lake will have their young pitcher on the hill in Kipton Kruger, and so it'll be that matchup between those two pitchers. And what I've seen here today in these tournaments, and we've been here for a few days now, is early on in the game could be the difference. As you know, yesterday I had a 2-1 game in the first with Paola, and it was 2-1 after 7. It just stayed stale, but the damage was done in the first 3 batters of the game, and that was it. And once that was done, you just couldn't get any more offense going, and they fell. And so you got to be really dialed in from the word go in these state tournament games. And not a lot of time to shake off the nerves. You got to be going right at it, because certainly I think Silver Lake would probably be the underdog by most accounts, with 11 losses on the season compared to the Trojans only 5 coming into this ball game. So if they get up early, they'll maybe start to build some of that confidence. And that's just that classic sports trope that you give a little bit of confidence to the underdog, and all of a sudden they become the overachievers real quick. And so Cam will want to eliminate any hope from the hill, and the defense will have to be there to back them up. And really the word has been around, if the Trojans can generate offense and generate some runs, then they'll really have a chance to pick up what would be just their second boys team state title in school history. Girard Sports Live was there for the first one, and we want to be here for the second one here today. In the midst of the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show, we'll take one more break. We'll come back. They'll have their introductions and first pitch just around the corner. It's the Trojans and Eagles, 3A state title on the line on Girard Sports Live.
Hi, do you offer insurance bundling?
Enter authentication code to start transaction.
Where would I get the code?
Please enter code.
Okay. Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Wrong.
Let's talk about bundling and see if there are other ways for you to save with a super check.
That sounds great.
Here, take a look.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Call Judd, Lori, Ginny, or Amber in Girard today.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At the Farm and Ranch Division of the 4-State Agency, we're a team of experts who genuinely care about you and your farming operation. That's why, whether it's a visit to your farm or a friendly chat at our office, we're committed to delivering the service you deserve. Our team is fully licensed in both crop insurance and LRP, allowing us to cover your entire farming operation across Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Contact us today to see how we can help.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
At Girard Medical Center, we're more than a hospital. We're your hometown healthcare team. From family medicine and emergency care to lab services, surgery, imaging, and beyond, we're here when you need us. Compassionate care close to home. To learn more about our high-quality care and everything that we have to offer, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans and your hometown team for health and healing. Rooted in rural, focused on you.
Since 1918, GN Bank has been the heart of our community. Big enough to meet all your banking needs, but small enough to offer that personal touch you deserve. From agricultural loans to home mortgages, GN Bank has the expertise, products, and service to help you thrive. With a pledge to treat others ethically, be adaptable, focus on customers, and invest in the communities they serve, GN Bank is committed to your success. The best place to bank and borrow, GN Bank, where community banking truly comes first. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Every day, people are discovering that bigger isn't better, better is better. Big box stores continue to disappoint. You have spoken, and we have been listening. You want a great selection with dependable service at a competitive price. We understand, and that's what we bring to you every day. We know that we have to work hard to earn your business, and we will. Bigger isn't better. Better is better at Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Back at here, Tointon Family Stadium in Manhattan. Community National Bank and Trust pregame show as the Girard Trojans get set to take on the Silver Lake Eagles in this 3A final. Trojans in their first baseball state championship in school history. The Trojans finished fourth 4 years ago, back in 2022. And that was a team that really ran into some pretty tough competition. Wichita Collegiate went on to win the championship that year. Wichita Collegiate won the championship. I think maybe it was Trinity won it last year as they get ready to do the starting lineups and introduce the players here in this one. Just tell me, ma'am. Catchers too? Okay. Gotcha. Thank you. Anyway, so the Trojans and the Eagles are going to get introduced here. They'll get the full rosters and then get the starting lineups. The PA mic is not all that great to pick up here as it's headed that direction and we're sitting behind it, but we will keep it all on the screen here as they introduce the players for this one. We'll take a look real quick at our area matchups. Not a lot going on, obviously, here in the final day of the spring baseball softball season, although it has been extended one more day, and that would be one of the area matchups to look at, brought to you by Diskins Auto and Towing, 120 East Forest Avenue in downtown Girard. They're on the north side of the square. Diskins offers 24-hour towing. It can repair all makes and models. Go see Jason. Said you heard about him on Girard Sports Live. Diskins Auto and Towing, 620-724 8100. And Fort Scott playing for a 4A softball championship that has been delayed to tomorrow, and so some of that rain really has played havoc on the softball diamonds here in this state tournament. Silver Lake, they're getting an opportunity to go support their girls tomorrow as well, as that got delayed there at KU. Silver Lake softball team going to play Southeast of Saline in the 3A softball championship. St. Mary's Colgan going to play in just a little bit. They'll follow this one, I believe, or maybe there's a, I think, consolation game and then the 2A championship game. Not exactly sure. No, they played that 2A championship consolation yesterday, so it will be the 2A championship to follow this one immediately with St. Mary's Colgan, another CNC program, taking on the Thomas More Prep Marion Buffaloes. Trojans en route to their only state championship took on TMP and beat them back in 2018. And the Trojans looking for number 2 here today. Sun's been in and out actually here of late. I think we've I shouldn't say it, but I'm going to. Should be done with the rain, at least for the time being. It's been in and out all morning. It was pretty soggy on the way over here this morning, and then rained off and on in that first game a couple of times. Never really delayed anything. In fact, we have yet to be delayed due to the rain, and shockingly, almost exactly on schedule. Yesterday was delayed an hour and a half from the word go, and so that really pushed things into the evening. But today we are right on schedule. Would like to keep it that way. That sun poking out in a beautiful setting here for Tointon Family Stadium. 320 down the right field line, 325 down the left field line, 390 dead center, 375 in the gaps. And so you've got the Student Athletic Center in the background, Bramlage Coliseum, Bill Snyder Family Stadium, the baseball complex immediately to your right as you watch it here on Girard Sports Live. And they're introducing our Trojans as we speak. I'll try to see if I can't take that. It tells me all you can really hear is clapping. We'll just go ahead and run through what they're talking about right now, the starting lineups. They be sure to list all the players, and so everybody was on the travel squad and we'll just go ahead and do that as well. Superintendent Todd Ferguson, he'll, I think, going to join us at some point during the broadcast here to talk about all the good things going on down in Girard. Principal Tim David, Athletic Director Chris Schwartz, and then assistant coaches Alex Kafka and Brendan Schmidt, Trojan representative there on the coaching staff. Team managers Brody Boatman, Trenton Sodeman, Cy Syndicate, and Jack Sasho. And the non-starters, Perrin Stevens, Mason Crozier, Sutton Gordon, Drake Bolware, Quentin Bruning, August Amershek, and Caden Gilmore, the non-starters for the Trojans. And I mentioned those starting lineups. It'll be batting first and leading off there at right field, Briggs Buckingham. Second baseman and batting second, number 7, Briar Schultz. Left fielder, number 21, Aiden Ashbacher in the 3 spot. Robbie Bruning will be batting cleanup and shortstop. And third baseman batting 5th is Jackson Smith. Batting 6th, the catcher, number 23, Blake Brokoff. Batting 7th, the designated hitter, number 11, Drake Smith. Batting 8th, the first baseman, number 12, Ben Colin. Batting 9th, the center fielder, number 10, Corvin Bowen. And then on the hill for the Trojans, Cam Smith. Those are your starting lineups, and the look at this one as the Trojans and the Silver Lake Eagles get it underway in this one. The umpires for today's game, John Wondra, Eddie Smith, and Dean Carson, with Wondra, I believe, being behind the dish for this 3A final. We'll take our final break. We'll come back. First pitch is right around the corner. It's the Trojans and the Eagles. There's Coach Purnell. He'll get his introduction as we go to break. This is why we do it. The reason I started Girard Sports Live is to be able to call Girard games, and in the biggest moments, this is one of them in all-time history. The Trojans go for a state title next on Girard Sports Live.
Welcome to Homestead of Girard, assisted and independent living right here in our hometown. At Homestead, seniors enjoy compassionate care in a community designed for comfort. Licensed professionals provide support with daily activities, dressing, bathing, and medication management. Residents enjoy home-cooked meals and the comfort of their own private apartment. Call 620-724-6760 to schedule your tour today. Homestead of Girard, senior living with compassion, comfort, and community.
Thanks to your support, Kenara Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kenara Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
Siebert back to pass. Lehman diving for the end zone, and they get the listing. Lehman passes off to Siebert on the far wing. Siebert the lob, and Lehman with the alley-oop dunk to close the deal. Lehman a hard hit ball to left field. Siebert is at the wall, and they close another one. Lehman Realty with another big-time win. Lehman Realty, proud to support the Girard Trojans.
More than just your neighborhood pharmacy, Mathis Drug is your hometown partner in health. With pharmacist Bria Scheibe and an experienced, highly trained staff, Mathis Drug is ready to serve you. And now, Mathis Drug offers comprehensive compounding, which is one of the few pharmacies in Southeast Kansas with this convenient on-site service. From medications to expert advice, call 620-261-9779. Mathis Drug Store, where community and care come together.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your field and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. And now Matt's care for farmers goes beyond seed as an agent for the new 4-state farm and ranch. From the best inputs available to the protection you need, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy at Murphy Seed.
Here at Pittsburgh Interiors, we are proud to be family-owned and operated, serving our community with quality style and service since 1999. Step into our showroom and explore furniture, flooring, window treatments, mattresses, and more. Whether you're designing a dream home, office, or simply just adding that finishing touch, our expert team is here to help. Discover why families and businesses have trusted us for over 25 years. Pittsburgh Interiors, where style meets comfort and family comes first.
Prairie Mission Retirement Village. People caring about people in the loving spirit of Christ. Spacious apartments made to feel like home and a loving, caring, experienced staff. That's the Prairie Mission difference. A continuing retirement community promoting person-centered care with an on-site clinic from the Vet Health and offering independent living apartments, assisted living, and long-term care, all with the respect and care our loved ones deserve. Prairie Mission Retirement Village, St. Paul, 620-449-2400.
Trojans just took to the diamond as they will be in the defense, playing defense to begin this one. The Eagles will have Hogle, Johnson, Womack to begin things at the plate. 2026 Class 3A state championship on the line. Trojans at times this year were ranked first in 3A, and they're going to get a chance to prove it. Just dropping 5 on the season, already have set a school record for wins by a baseball team. I've been doing this long enough. I'm kind of maybe just guessing on that, but I'm pretty sure it's accurate. You know, anybody wants to try to check me on it, go for it. But I think that's accurate, and certainly wouldn't matter what the win-loss record is with a championship trophy coming back to G-Town. So we will see what happens in this one as Smith warming up. Trojans will be looking in at that Trojan dugout with that shot right there, and so get a little perspective and a big crowd on hand as they'll start to fill in here those next games as well. So some TMP and St. Mary's Colgan fans starting to mill around for that 2A game coming up a little bit later on. But our focus is 100% here on this, with the Trojans in their home whites trimmed in crimson and gold, and the Eagles in their road gold jerseys with crimson numbers. They maybe call it maroon, I don't know, and white bottoms for this one. Time to get underway with the first pitch right around the corner. And our opening pitch is brought to you by Farmers Bank, proud to have helped the growth of development of the communities they serve. Farmers Bank is looking forward to a bright future for tomorrow. Farmers Bank, locations Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. First pitch from Cam Smith. Bunted straight back and into the crowd. You better get your head on a swivel for the first pitch coming into the fans and making sure they're wide awake in this one. Probably ought to fix my camera shot. How about it? Second pitch, it's a little high, ball 1. 1-1 the count to the leadoff hitter, Brady Hogle, for the Silver Lake Eagles. Second pitch, just missed, ball 2. Ogle, 327 hitter on the season. He'll take the 2-1 for strike number 2. Ogle, 12 strikeouts, reached base on balls 10 times, driven in 17 on the year. This will be a little chopper. And Ben Cullen steps on first and one away here in the top of this first inning. Now to bring up Dane Johnson, the second baseman. Johnson hitting .306 on the year for the Eagles. And well behind that fastball from Cam Smith. First pitch strike. 0-1 the count. That one's going to miss just a little ball 1. It's going to take the Eagles, I think, a minute to try to figure out the pitching of Cam Smith and catch up with that speed that he can deliver. Here's a little slow chopper over to first. And the tag by Cullen. And 2 away. A little off the mark on the throw for the Trojans from Jackson Smith, but able to get it over and make the play. And 2 away. To bring up Drew Womack, the first baseman. First pitch strike delivered from Smith. Womack batting .414 with 40 RBIs to lead this team on the season. This one fouled straight back. Womack to settle in to face Smith. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him. And retires the side. The Trojans head to the bottom of the first inning with a 3-up, 3-down first half. We'll see what they can do on offense when we return. In 30 seconds, you're watching Trojan Baseball from the 3A State Championship on Girard Sports Live.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Head to the bottom of the first inning with Trojans coming to the plate for the first time. They'll face off against Kipton Kruger. Second on this team in innings pitched. He's got 40 strikeouts on the year to lead this team in Ks. A 3.32 ERA. Giving up 24 walks, however, on 34 hits on this season. So kind of right on par with what we've seen throughout this tournament. Certainly the Trojans have faced some aces and were able to advance, namely against that quarterfinal game against Jeff West. That's a team I'm sure that's probably beaten the Silver Lake team this year, with 11 of those losses playing in the same conference. So here we go. Bottom of the first, leading off for the Trojans will be Griggs Buckingham. Delivery from Kruger. Pitch number 2 stays outside for ball 2. 2-0 the count to Griggs Buckingham. That one will find the strike zone for strike 1. And now well ahead in the count, 3-1 to Buckingham. Here to lead off hitter for the Girard Trojans. In that semifinal game, Briggs, they walk, sack bunt, and a fly out to center, and he will begin this one like they began that semifinal game with a Buckingham walk in the bottom of this first inning. That'll bring us to the second baseman, the sophomore Briar Schultz. He'll step in with a runner on first. Big hack at it from Schultz. And an 0-1 count. There goes Buckingham. He'll swing at it. Buckingham gets down. And he will be safe. Some good small ball there by Buckingham on the second pitch to go ahead and take it. It's an 0-2 count, however, to Briar Schultz as he'll flare this one foul and out of place. It'll remain 0-2. The 0-2, a little high for ball number one. Schultz looks at a 1-2. That one goes well high. And the count evens at 2-2. Two count to Schultz. That one is a throw out. Over to third goes Buckingham on a straight steal. And now the Trojans already with a runner in scoring position here with nobody out in the bottom of this first inning. This one hit. They'll look back to third, and Schultz will be out on a grounder too short. And that will bring up Aiden Ashbacher. Big swing at it. Ashbacher a little head on that one, I think. And Aiden, a fly out to right field, a single, and an RBI. He drove in one of the two runs the Trojans had in that 2-1 victory. And a second pitch comes in for strike number 2, and then a ground out in his last at-bat against Burlington. 0-2 count to Aiden Ashbacher with a runner at third. This one suddenly hit two between short. That will score a run, and the Trojans are on the board here in this 3A championship. A leadoff walk by Buckingham and a RBI single by Aiden Ashbacher. That'll bring up the number 4 spot, Robbie Bruning. Robbie came in relief on the hill, but he had a 2 RBI. Ooh, a good stolen base as he was in time. I think that throw may have been in time. The tag just didn't get over to Ashbacher, and he was able to slide in there safely. And now moving the runners around once again are the Trojans. This one flared just outside the reach into shallow right field. Here comes Ashbacher on his horse to the plate. He will stand up and home. Trojans with 2 runs already here with nobody out in this first inning, or just 1 out, excuse me. This one flared back for Jackson Smith, who comes in, number 5 hitter, the third baseman. First one fouled back and strike 1. Jax, ground out, pop out, and a single in that semifinal game. And sliding in to second is Robbie Bruning. And already a visit to the mound going to be forthcoming here for So Bruning with an RBI single, and Ashbacher with an RBI single. Ashbacher scoring a run as well. And Jackson Smith at the plate. A quick talk to Kipton Kruger. This one foul back for strike number 2. Lead from Bruning off of second. This one's going to hit Jackson, and it will send him to first base. And so the Trojans will have runners at first and second with one out. That'll bring up Blake Brokaw. This one thrown nearly airmail. Bruning was looking to go. Brokaw, strikeout, fly out to shortstop, and his 3 at-bats in that low-scoring affair in the semifinals. This one outside for ball number 1. 1-0 count to Blake Brokaw. Big hack at it, and strike 1. Anything through could score Bruning. That one inside slides Brokaw back for ball number 2. This one popped up into right field, trying to track over, and it will go foul. That was real close. And there's the guy that did it coming into screen. Man, I might have had that a perfect shot of that one had I gone over there. PJ's spinning a lot of plates here today, folks. Two and two count to Blake Brokaw with 1 out and 2 on in this first inning. Could not have drawn up a better start for the Trojans. A 1-2-3 defensive effort. Now plenty of activity on the offensive side of things as Brokaw was just waiting a little too long and wanted to reset. Take the timeout. Smith at first, Bruning at second. Brokaw at the plate. That one outside, down to third, and sliding in safely is Robbie Bruning. Over to second goes Jack Smith. And superb base running to begin this ball game for the Girard Trojans. Foul tip back for Brokaw. That one misses outside for ball 4. Brokaw will walk, and the bases are juiced for Drake Smith coming to the plate. Another visit to the mound. See what they decide to do. And they are going to go and make a pitching change already in this one. Trojans up by 2, but bases loaded with 1 out and a pitching change. We'll take a quick break. Good start for the Trojans here in this 3A title game. Back after this on Girard Sports Live, presented by Croc-In.
Producers Cooperative Association is the area leader in providing quality agricultural products, services, and markets. PCA has what you need to maximize your operation with a full-service agronomy department, grain origination, handling and storage, bulk fuels and lubricants, propane, a jam-packed farm store, and livestock feeds in bulk or bagged. PCA is proud to call Girard home and to support Trojan athletics. Stop by or see more online at pcacoop.com. From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
Back out here, Tointon Family Stadium in Manhattan. A pitching change. Drew Womack going to come on to throw. Nope, number 3, not number 5. That will be Brady Hogle coming on to pitch. And he is finding himself in a pretty tough spot. Hogle on the season from the mound with 4.5 ERA. He's got 28 strikeouts to 26 walks. And a timeout taken as Drake Smith will come to the plate. Drake, a walk and a ground out in his 2 opportunities against Burlington. First pitch outside, ball 1. Drake with the bases loaded and 1 out. 1-0. That one certainly be timed up. But it does get across for strike number 1. 1-1 the count to Drake Smith. This one fouled out of play for strike number 2. Freshmen, sophomores, and juniors, this Trojan team, and then Aiden Ashbacher. This one, another one fouled out as Smith starting to trying to time up the left-handed throwing Brady Hogle. Change up, got in there and got him for the strikeout. Boy, Drake would have liked to have that one back, I think. As a strikeout for out number 2. And that will bring up Ben Cullen. First pitch outside, ball 1. Lead for Jackson Smith over on second. This one flared into right field over to make the play. Can't do it. This is going to be in the corner. It is well deep in the corner. 1 will score. Here comes another. 2 will score. And into third with a triple into the corner for Ben Cullen. How about it? And just a little flare that just kept curving into right field. And the Trojans add 2 more here in the bottom of this first inning. 3 more in the bottom of this first inning. Scored 2. This one popped up. Corbin Bowen coming to. So a 3 RBI triple by Ben Cullen in a huge spot there against this number 2 pitcher that's come out into this ball game. Runner at third is Cullen. Bowen shows bunt. He's got the speed, a little squeeze on. Bowen in time. Oh! That will end the inning. But a good one for the Trojans. As we take a look at it, there's the bunt down by Bowen. And the throw over to first, just in time, a bang-bang play. And the Challenger Construction instant replay, thanks to our good friends, the Hubers, and the Challenger Construction instant replay all year long, able to get that going here for this one. And thank you to those folks. When the tough terrain meets trusted expertise, choose Challenger Construction with more than a dozen revegetation services, hydro seeding and dry seeding, and more. Plus, Challenger is your local call for pond building and tree trimming. Challenger Construction, 620-724-4222. I didn't realize it until I was getting ready to say it, but what guy put revegetation into a live read? Well, that was me, and we may have to fix that, Kevin, next year. I don't know if I want to say revegetation more than a few times. And then, of course, don't forget about, Challenger, of course, one more time. Get rid of that, but our sponsors from Live Well Crawford County and the Southeast Kansas Player Health Alliance, Live Well Crawford County, reminding you to know your limits when gambling and know when the game is playing you. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or call 1-800-426-2537 for free assistance. And a first pitch strike from Cam Smith as he goes right back to work here in the top of this second inning. Second pitch fouled back for strike two. Oh, 2 count. That will miss for ball one. 1-2 the count now to the starting pitcher, who's now not in that position, Kipton Kruger. And Brokaw calling timeout. That one may have could have nicked Blake, and maybe he's just using this opportunity to walk it off. Plate umpire, maybe out of instinct, cleans off the plate. There's some rubber dots maybe on there, but can't possibly be dirty. 5-0. Top of the second inning. Trojans fouled straight back. That was coming right at that camera. If there wasn't a net there, we'd be down a camera, I think. 1-2 the count. Here to Kipton Kruger. This one swung on. Flared down the first base line and remain 1-2. This one catches the outside corner for strike number 3. Second strikeout of the game, back-to-back for Cam Smith, although the other one was the inning-ending strikeout of Drew Womack. That'll bring up Miles Kibbe, third baseman. Kibbe at 4. Oh, that would be his pitching stats. This one going to be over to Smith. And it to first in time. Well played by Jackson Smith as he was able to knock that hard hit ball down and over to Colin at first. Trojans working quickly. Dominic Monholland. First pitch, ball high. Well, right down Broadway for strike number 2. Number 1, rather. Swing and a miss. 1-2 count to Monholland. And another swing and a miss. They call him out. And it's the third strikeout of the game. 3 up, 3 down, once again through 2. Trojan offense back to it when we return in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan baseball from the 3A state championship in Manhattan on Girard Sports Live. 5-0 in the bottom of this second inning. Trojans coming back to the plate in that last one. Leadoff walk by Briggs Buckingham, and then it just kept going on that. Briar Schultz a ground out to shortstop, then an RBI single by Ashbacher, an RBI single by Robbie Bruning. Jackson Smith reached by a hit by pitch. Blake Brokaw walked. Drake Smith strikeout, and Ben Cullen a 3 RBI triple. And Corbin Bowen just barely not able to run one out, but the Trojans went through their full order. And back to the top of the order to lead things off for Briggs Buckingham here in this second inning. First pitch outside, ball 1. This one, hard hit ball to third, over to first, and one away. Trojans making contact in lots of ways. They bring up Briar Schultz, who had a ground out to shortstop in his first at-bat in that first inning. First one miss, high, ball 1. And a big hack at it for Schultz. Strike 1. 1-1 pitch to Schultz. Little change up, flare back. Came right back at the crowd. What they built the front of this thing out of it, but you can't really see any dents, but there's got to be a bunch in there. 1-2. That one low and inside for ball 2. Silver Lake Eagles wanted it. Yeah. Brady Hogle didn't like it. This one flared back, ran out of play. 2-2 the count to Briar Schultz. 0 for 3 yesterday at the plate, but boy, did he do some work on the hill. That one's going to stay high for ball 3. 3-2 the count. It's even up here with Briar Schultz. One away in the bottom of this second inning. Trojans with a 5-run first. Good eye for Schultz, as he'll make the trot down first base. And so now 1 on with 1 out for Aiden Ashbacher. He'll step in here to face Hogle. First pitch gets in there for strike number 1. That one high for ball 1. Robbie Bruning, shortstop on deck. Jackson Smith in the hole. Hard swing by Ashbacher. Over to second goes Schultz. It's now a runner in scoring position with 1-2 count to Aiden Ashbacher. Aiden with an RBI single already in this ball game. Like to get another one right here. 1-2. This one ripped into deep left center field. Back goes the left fielder to make the play. And 2 away. Nice catch by Jax Ross to go over and make that catch for the Eagles. Runner will hold at second base. And that'll bring up Bruning. So 2 out, 1 on. This one over to short. Fielded by Short. Bruning trying to outrun it. Player comes off the bag, but able to get down for the out. And that will end the inning. Well, no score for the Trojans in the second. They'll take a 5-run lead to the top of the third inning when we return in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan Baseball on Girard Sports Live.
Selling equipment can be a hassle. Whether you're needing to replace an old tractor or you're finally getting to retire, the time and energy needed to clean, prep, promote, and sell seems daunting. That's why you need Tyler Jackman and Big Iron Auctions. From one piece to the whole farm, Big Iron Auctions can deliver your items to more than 750,000 registered bidders. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 or learn more at BigIronAuctions.com.
Cam Smith back out on the hill for the Trojans to begin this third inning. It'll be the 7-8-9 for Silver Lake. Ben Renfro, Jax Ross, and Aiden Strickland. As we are here in the top of the third. Trojans with that 5-run lead. It's really turned off to be about as good as you could have expected on the weather-wise. These big, fluffy Flint Hills clouds floating above us. And it is not hot. It could, I mean, I've been out here on state tournament games when it's 100 degrees out there on that turf, and that is certainly not the case in this one, as Ben Renfro, the designated hitter, will come to the plate. This one pops straight up and out of play for strike number one. Get a lot of pop-ups with that hard-throwing right-hander. And Drake Smith, or excuse me, said Drake Smith a moment ago. He was not going to like that. Fielded up by Colin and one away. Cam Smith. And one down already. He's faced the minimum so far, has Cam, in the first 3 innings, 2 1/3 so far in this one. 4 ground outs and 3 strikeouts through 7. This one popped straight back to the number 8 hitter, the left fielder, Jax Ross. The 0-1, just outside for ball number 1. It's a little less stressful than yesterday, Todd.
I'd imagine.
But long way to go. Pop straight up. Shortstop. Bruning having to come in hard. Fighting with it. It's got the shades working. Looking into that sun. And 2 away for the Trojans. That'll bring up Aiden Strickland. Right fielder. First appearance in this one. 2 out, nobody on in the top of the 3rd inning for the Eagles. Strickland didn't want any part of that one. Timeout. Official talking to Cam about something. No idea. Back at it. Strickland will step in. 0-1 count. Slayer back. 4 strike 2. Just grab those right there and grab them. We'll chat it up here at the end of this inning and go on into the next one. Special guest Todd Ferguson join us, talk about all good things in Trojan land. Especially this one right here. That one going to miss ball. 1-2, the count now to Strickland. And right down the middle for Strickland. Strikeout number 4 for the Trojans. And again, has seen the minimum through 3. We head to the bottom of the 3rd when we return right after this on your home for Trojan Athletics, Girard Sports Live.
Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, well, out standing in their field. Coles carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Coles continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Coles Service, 620-724-4121. See more at colesservicellc.com.
Back at our Tointon Family Stadium in Manhattan, the site of this 2026 Class 3A, 4A, and 2A state championship. But we're focused on the 3A here as back onto the hill goes Brady Hogle. And welcome in my guest, Todd Ferguson, to join us here on the broadcast. And Todd, well, this is about as good as it could have gotten to start the game. Obviously, you want to finish it, but when you've got Cam on the hill and the way these boys have been playing behind him defensively, ground balls and everything else just work out for you.
They really do the little things right. That's what they're focused on. When you got a kid like Cam throwing like he is, we got a good chance. We got to feel good right now. Beautiful day. And hey, before we get too far in this, I want to give a shout out to Mr. BJ Harris next to me. This guy has went above and beyond to cover Trojan Nation, and he deserves some love for that. So thanks to all the sponsors that are doing that. And I'm going to be quiet and let him talk.
I get plenty of love, I do assure you, and I'm thankful for all of it, but I just want to see a Trojan victory, just like everybody else who's watching, I would suspect, unless, well, I'm sure there's some Eagles fans that probably found this broadcast. Right now, it's all Trojans as we will lead off with Jax Smith to begin this third inning. And Hogle got put into a tough spot and gave up some runs. This one driven into shallow right center field, and Smith will reach. And he will lope into second. And it will be a double to begin things for the Trojans. They're making contact, Todd, and that's, I mean, when you can hit the ball early on in a game, I mentioned this in our pregame show, all these state tournament games, early runs lead to wins.
Change your momentum totally and your mindset when you're playing defense. When you know you got a little bit of backup there behind you, you don't have to worry about making one mistake. You just make the easy play. Absolutely.
I saw a 2-1 game at the bottom of the first yesterday with Paola, and it ended 2-1. That was intense for 6 innings. Over at second, now stands Jackson Smith, and Blake Brokop coming to the plate. A walk in his first appearance for the Trojans.
Boy, we couldn't ask for a better day, BJ.
Yeah,
beautiful.
I was cussing it on the way over here driving through the rain, I can tell you that, but it was pretty torrential about 9 o'clock this morning coming through the capital city, but the rest of the time it's been pretty good. Yeah, I was mentioning it could be 100 degrees at this time of the year, and probably more likely that than this. Good lead. Now we're going to deliver for strike number 2, and 1-2 the count to Brokop. One, two. Nobody out. This one over to third. Jackson trying to push him over. They'll get the play. And the fielder's choice will put Brokop away. Well, the new format, Todd, a lot of talking about it. I'm sure we're not going to really get into that. And I don't want to get you in trouble, but if you're a Girard fan, you can't really complain about it because it puts you in a position to win a state title. Yeah,
when you can throw Cam at first game and keep him under 75 pitches and have the opportunity to throw him on a Friday in a state championship, it's much better than what we've done before. We were having kids throwing too many pitches in too many days. It's been a very positive thing, I think.
Drake Smith at the plate now for the Trojans with 1 out and 1 on. Is now over to third base. This one popped up. That's going to stay in play, perhaps. It'll have a play for the catcher. It's high up in the air, but he'll make that play. And now 2 outs for the Trojans. I was looking back, and I remember coming out and doing that first game the Trojans played in a state tournament baseball. I think it was 2009, Tanner Poppy on the hill, and I was on radio back in the day. But you think about that situation, if they'd have won that first one, you'd really like to have Tanner on the hill for that last one.
Absolutely right, yeah.
This one popped up to first base by Ben Cullen, and that will retire the side. So the Trojans leave 1 on, don't put any more across. It will remain 5-0. Still a lot of baseball yet to play. We'll come back and continue our conversation right after this on Girard Sports Live. Back out here at Tointon Family Stadium in Manhattan. BJ Harris along with it. Joining me is Superintendent of Schools at Girard School District, Todd Ferguson. And success here on the diamond, but success across the school district here in this springtime.
We've had a really successful string. Our boys won regional track, and they're out competing there today. And we have a lot of girls out there that have a good chance of placing top 3 or 4. Our state FFA kids are out here in Manhattan, and that's a great experience for them. Just finished up the school year, and you do all the cool things that Girard does, with kids getting to do track and RVH Super Kids Day and all that. We had a very successful finish to the year.
Yeah, I talk about it a lot out in the world, that community support and the things that you see, we take it for granted. It's not everywhere. And people need to maybe realize that from time to time when the grumblings start, that community support, you just don't turn it on and turn it off. It builds over time, and that's what Girard has going for it ahead of a lot of other communities.
And that is so accurate. And I've, had the pleasure of working in some other school districts, and Girard is a special place for that and a lot of other reasons. And as we're out here watching these baseball kids and talking about them, obviously they're good at baseball. But the other thing that's pretty cool I like to see with them is they're good human beings. They're going to be good dads. They're going to be good bosses. They're going to be good husbands. And, at the end of the day, that matters an awful lot too.
All you need to know about community sport is there's strikeout number 5 of the ball game for Cam Smith. There are currently 3 cameras pointed to this field and a bunch of gear here that is
I'll try not to touch anything
by the community of Girard, certainly. And so I see it every year, and I'm fortunate to see it, but I know these kids feel it as well. There are a lot of people in the stands, and there are a boatload watching back in SEK.
Yeah, we travel well, and that's always very impressive. And I guess we've set through 3 or 4 of these state championships now. I don't get to sit with you on the radio very often, but we always take a great crowd wherever we go, and that's just a good indication how supportive our district is.
These Eagles right now just trying to catch up with Cam Smith, and so far to no avail. Is
pretty tough task.
Number 11, Dane Johnson settles this one popped back and out of play. Manhattan stepping up to flip this game and flip this tournament over to about 2 or 3 days notice, and they've done a really good job with it. It's a good crew here, and what a great opportunity to play in this facility.
Yeah, beautiful facility for state of Kansas, without a doubt. And, moving things around as quick as they did, and sometimes KSHSAA does catch some grief, but they did a nice job getting this set up and getting everyone taken care of.
1-2, that one in the dirt for ball number 2. I haven't seen a ton of those. Marsha Roselle with the Visit Manhattan. The director of that. I've worked with her over the years, and they are Manhattan. If you go to a K-State game, they are known for their hospitality. They really put a foot forward in that aspect, and they have showed it here today. Of course, all you got to do is feed me some tacos, and I'll tell you you're pretty good about hospitality.
Go to Kites and get a burger after this.
I'm going home, brother. That's another strikeout for Smith. That'll bring up Drew Womack. He struck out in inning number 1, the first baseman. First pitch high for ball number 1. So FFA, track and field, those updates certainly will be coming throughout the day, and they'll be in action tomorrow. State softball delayed with the only local team in that action. It's Fort Scott, but they got delayed till tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, we have Mr. Bishop is throwing this afternoon. I think he's got a chance of winning the state championship in the shot put. He's had a really impressive year, broke the school record multiple times.
And that school record, if I remember, is not a slouch of a record.
It wasn't. It's definitely not now. 63-6 is a very impressive throw for a junior.
First hit of the ball game in between short, right past Bruning. They will hold Womack, and the first hit for the Eagles. See if it gets them going a little bit offensively, as up to that point it had been straight shutout. 5 strikeouts for Smith, and that'll bring up Kipton Kruger, who started this game on the hill. I saw it earlier today, that kind of pitching in this third game of a tournament, you kind of either got it or you don't from the start.
Absolutely. And yeah, you're absolutely right. It's been a long week for those kids. They've had to pitch another game. You can tell he doesn't have what he usually has.
Jeff West was your old stomping grounds. Did you have any trash talking to have during that quarterfinal win, or a lot of your people gone from
No, I'm old enough that a lot of those kids play, and I coached and taught their parents at high school. So No, good people.
Got him.
Nice throw. Nice shot.
What a play. Blake Brokoff,
Yes, it
how
was.
about it? Fired
Nice
up,
shot.
headed to the dugout. Look at the Trojans coming in as they will get out of the jam there with the only runner they've really had. And a throw out of the only guy who's reached base didn't make it to second. And so the Trojans will come back out, try to get that offense fired back up like they did in the first. We'll see if they can do it when we return in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan Baseball from the 3A State Tournament on Girard Sports Live. It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Chicken Annie's Girard. When you're facing a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Catering and carry out from Chicken Annie's Girard. When an onion ring craving is too much to bear, when the family's coming over and you weren't aware, it's Chicken Annie's Girard to the rescue. When there's 20, 30, 100 to feed, you need Chicken Annie's Girard indeed. A heroic value, superb flavor. When there's a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Chicken Annie's Girard.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust, federally insured, locally awesome.
Head to the bottom of this fourth inning. The Trojans coming to the plate with Corbin Bowen to take first pitch strike for that one. Well, Mr. Ferguson, appreciate you coming in and joining us and taking a little bit of pressure off of me here in this middle parts of this middle parts of this game. A little blooper on down the third base line, but
hey, genuinely, thank you though for what you do for our kids. It's incredible.
Well, likewise, it takes a good partnership, and for what I walked in the bill of goods I sold the community to Girard to be able to deliver. One is the honor of my life, and two, to be here in this moment, a chance to execute on what you guys have had faith in me to do, and then what we've been able to parlay that into across Eastern Kansas. It all started in Little Girard, including myself. So thank you very much. You're going to turn out some more kiddos like me and all the rest of them. So keep doing it.
Absolutely. Go Trojans.
That's right. Todd Ferguson, Superintendent of Schools here at Girard High School, joining us here on the broadcast. Thank you, ma'am. As we're in the bottom of this fourth inning, I suspect I've got some stats to graphics to update. Bottom of the fourth, Trojans at the plate, trying to add to this 5-run lead that they built up in the first inning. Conversation between Tyler Seeley and his squad. Brady Hogle still on the hump for Silver Lake. He's come in and really done a nice job, but those 5 runs given up in the early part of it may be too much to overcome. We'll see. As still plenty of baseball yet to play as we approach the midway point of this one. And we're right at it, actually. Corbin Bowen at the plate. The ground out. Nearly outran it in the first inning. After the 3 RBI triple by Ben Colin drove in those 3 runs. Ashbacher and Bruning each with an RBI as well in this one. That one outside. We've been able to hold off on that one, move the count to full. Looking there at Hogle, trying to get himself set. And Bowen. 3-2 count. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Good at bat. Just come up a little bit short there for Corbin. And I think that's just the second strikeout of the game for the Trojans. That'll go back to the top of the order for Briggs Buckingham. Change up missed outside, maybe curveball that didn't quite get in there. Buckingham a walk and a ground out to third. He scored a run, the first run of the ball game as well. That one just catches the bottom side of the strike zone. Briggs didn't like it. One, way high over the head of Buckingham. On deck is Briar Schultz, and then Aiden Ashbacher if he gets the opportunity here with one away in this fourth. Nobody on, one out. That one missed. Oh, goodness. A pretty good frame job there by the catcher, Dominic Monholland to pull that one back into the strike zone for strike number 2. 2-2 the count to Buckingham. That one's going to miss outside for ball 3. The 3-2. Oh, swing and a miss. Got him again. Boy, he's worked them full on both those guys, and that outside edge got them both to chase it. And 2 away now in this 4th inning. That'll bring up Briar Schultz. Ground out to shortstop and a walk in his 2 opportunities. So that one missed for ball 1. That one's going to miss for ball 2. Ogle's really walked the line here in this inning as he's used up about all he could to get these outs, but he's doing it. And a pair of strikeouts to begin this 4th, and now strike number 1 in for Briar Schultz. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Ogle really settling in. 2-2 the count to Schultz. Oh, got him to chase that inside, but there rolls away. Schultz got to run this one out, and he will, and that will end the inning. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Trojans up by 5. And the Eagles coming to the plate. We'll see what they can do when we return. In 30 seconds, you're watching Trojan Baseball on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust. Federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
Today we're going to do an experiment to see just how fast Crawlcan's multi-gig internet is. In your email, you'll find 2 links. When I say go, click on the first link to download the 500 gigabyte test file. Go! Okay, now when I say go, click on the second link in your email to upload the file. Go! I guess it really does eclipse all other internet.
Release the Crawcan. Monstrous multi-gig speeds for a low, no-nonsense price.
The 5th inning for the Silver Lake Eagles coming to the plate. It'll be Kipton Kruger as he was at the plate, but they throw down by Brokov threw out Drew Womack and ended the last inning. There's a second pitch strike for Cam Smith, who's been dealing here in this one. 1-1. Right down the middle. Come hit it kind of pitch. Let's watch it. Swing and a miss. Did drop it. Brokov will move over and throw it down to first. And 1 away. That'll bring up Miles Kibbe, the 3rd baseman, a ground out in his first opportunity. That one just missed inside. Nice job by Blake trying to pull that one back in. And it'll be 1-0. That one, strike 1. 1-1 the count to Miles Kibbe. That one will miss for ball number 2. Cam's not been behind very much, as if they've not been straight strikes, been foul tips, foul back a lot. and stayed ahead. First time he's really been down in the count as he'll look at 3-1 against Kibbe. Kibbe, the number 5 hitter. On strike number 2. Full count to Miles Kibbe, the delivery. Oof. Just missed as Kibbe will trot down to first. The first walk of the game for Cam Smith. Got to bring up Dominic Mulholland, rather. Eagles have had one other base runner in this one, and he was thrown out trying to steal second. Blake Brokob mowed him down. Make you think twice about running. And Cam all over that strike zone, just missing to the inside. Coach may be wanting a little bit of an explanation. He gets it. 1-0. That one, that one was more inside than the previous one. For what it's worth, that was you heard that crackle of the murmur of fans as soon as that one came across. Well, heck, if that was a strike, what was the last one? That one missed outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count to Dominic Mulholland, the catcher. Strikeout in his first at-bat to end the second. 2-1. Just missed once again. Runner at first. And there's a strike. Ooh, threw his bat to boot. Did Mulholland. He'll have to go grab it as he thought that was ball 4. Instead, it was strike 2. And a full count. The 3-2. Ooh. So back-to-back walks now for Cam Smith. Coach Schmidt gonna walk out, I believe, and have a chat with his junior hurler. And I mean, he's all over that strike zone. It's not missing by much if it's missing at all. And so they will chat about this one. Trojans last team state championship. I had this up earlier trying to make sure I could remember everything, and I can't. I was there for a good chunk of them. 2018-19 basketball team. Just want some giggles. Go listen to the final call of that one. I'll see if I can keep my stuff together better today if I get the opportunity. Softball in 2018, softball 2017 were champions, third place in 18. So these opportunities have been pretty few and far between for the Trojan faithful. And Girard's looking at a good one right here, but now the first real pressure of the game for Girard. This one rolled up to Bruning. Bruning will flip it over to first. For second, and to first in time. A double play for the Trojans to end the inning and get out of the jam I was just describing. We'll look at the Challenger Construction instant replay. There's Bruning's flip to second and over to first. And that ends the 5th inning. The top of the 5th inning, we head to the bottom of the Trojans due up. When we return in 30 seconds, you're watching Trojan Baseball on Girard Sports Live. We head to the bottom of this fifth inning. The Trojans holding on to that 5-run lead that they created in the bottom of the first. And now I would love to continue to add some insurance in this one. As due up for the Trojans will be Aiden Ashbacher. And then Robbie Bruning and Jackson Smith will be due up for the Trojans. As Ashbacher with the first RBI of this ball game that blew open that first inning. And so Ashbacher to come to the plate. The lone senior on this Trojan team. Settle in here to face Hogel, who's really settled things down for Silver Lake. There's a little roller dribbler up the third base line. Will go foul and strike number one. Ashbacher will trot back down first. It's a good place to watch a baseball game. That sun's setting behind us, and you're just in the shade watching how things go. And the 0-1 stays high for ball number one. One count to Aiden Ashbacher. One will go low for ball two. I'm not sure the pitch count availability for Hogel, but they might be rethinking Kipton Kruger as he just had a rough start to the game, and those 5 runs are his. Ashbacher able to fight that one off for strike number 2. But those 5 runs could be the difference. Trojans would like to add some more. Starts here with Aiden Ashbacher. 2-2 count. Hogel delivered. Ripped into left field. That may get down, and it just goes foul. Just missed by about 4 feet. And the one part of the field we don't really have much of a shot is the deep corners in the left and right field. And that one used all of it. Count remains 2-2. He'll step out, reset. Hogel, the 2-2. Ashbacher flips this one back straight at us. And it'll remain 2-2. Trojans 5 runs on 4 hits. Eagles have 1 hit in this one as well. Good eye by Ashbacher. A tough one to lay off of, but stays low. Moves the count full. 3-2. That one will miss outside for ball 4 and a walk to lead things off for Aiden Ashbacher. And some of that insurance on the base paths now for your cleanup hitter, shortstop, number 5, Robbie Bruning. And Robbie will step in, an RBI single. And then out in the third, shows bunt. He'll back off with the ball. Want to know the count to Robbie Bruning. Shows that bunt. He'll back it off down to second. Sliding in is Ashbacher. And plenty of time. Now runner at second with nobody out. And the count 3-0 to Robbie Bruning. He'll be sitting on this one most likely. Another base runner with some wheels out there would be pretty handy. 3-0. Inside on Bruning. He will take that walk. And Ashbacher at second. Another call to the hill as the Eagles look to see what they'll do with Hogel, who really has stepped in. He got into a tight spot when he came into the ball game, wasn't able to get out of it, but gave up some runs when he got called in after Kipton Krugel started out a little rocky, and now we'll see if they decide to stick with Hogel or if they're going to make another change on the mound. They will stick with Hogel. That's just more of a get right mentally, perhaps visit. Runners at first and second with nobody out for Jackson Smith. Shows bunt down to first, down to third. It gets past. Ashbacher going to put on the wheels. He'll come in and score on the pass ball. Aggressive base running led to that one, as the Trojans will add one more. Now here in this fifth inning. That moves Bruning all the way over to third. Well, officials, I'm not sure what the discussion is. I'm too busy in my own world up here, but Coach Seeley not very happy about something, and it was the play there. They threw it down to third, maybe contact down there at third base, perhaps by Ashbacher. Maybe he got in the way of that throw, and that's the conversation that was had. Doesn't matter, as Bruning moves over to third, and now Jackson Smith settles back in. This one ripped to shallow center field. That will score Bruning, and an RBI single by Jackson Smith, his second hit of the ball game. He had a double in the fourth inning, or third inning rather. And that'll bring up Blake Brokob, who's walked and had a fielder's choice in his two at-bats. Trojans add one more. 2-run fifth so far. First pitch outside by Hogel, ball one. And looking at Smith, who's put together a really good ball game for the sophomore. And now Brokob, one of the junior leaders on this team, steps in. He'll run that one down the third baseline. It'll stay foul. One count to Brokob. That one's going to miss outside. Two and one the count to Brokob. With Smith over on first. Changeup got in there. Smith's going to go ahead and advance, as he will stand up on second. Big hack at it for Blake Brokob for the strikeout. He's trying to put that thing on the 50-yard line of Bill Snyder Family Stadium. He gets a hold of it, he might get there. That'll bring up Drake Smith. Strikeout and a pop out for Smith. And that little changeup now throwing down to first, or third rather, and just able to get in underneath the tag. That was gutsy and dangerous stolen base for Jackson Smith, but able to get in underneath it, and he will move to third. Runner one bag away. This another one able to slide in there for strike number two. So Drake behind in the count 0-2. Hogel continues to do his part. The 0-2. This one chopper to third. They will go home and hold the out there at home, and the fielder's choice will allow Drake Smith to reach, but they play at the plate will be for out number two. That'll bring up Ben Colin, who has certainly the biggest hit of this game so far, a 3-run triple in the first inning that gave the Trojans this breathing room. Quentin Bruning going to come in and pinch run for Smith. And Ben Colin, that triple and then a ground out. This one popped up. It'll go foul and out of play for strike number 1. Timeout called by Colin. And the lead by Q Bruning. Looking at Colin. That one will go low. Bruning going to easily get to second standing up. Colin flips the bat out there, enough contact to stay alive. 1-2 the count. Big lead from Bruning. They'll check him. He'll go. This one blooped into shallow right field. It's going to get down. It'll bounce away from the right fielder. Another extra bases hit by Ben Colin. And that will be another RBI. 4 on the day for the quarterback. A triple and a double for Colin. And that one just took a gnarly bounce. The right fielder, I think, was where he needed to be. It just bounced a direction he wasn't expecting it to. The Trojans have added another run here in the 5th. First pitch high for Corvin Bowen. One out, or 2 outs rather, in this one. Bowen going to pop this one up. It may stay playable on the first base line. It is. And that will end the inning. But the Trojans do some more damage as they add 3 in the 5th. And we'll take an 8-run lead into the top of the 6th inning when we return in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan Baseball on Girard Sports Live, presented by Crocamp.
Hi, do you offer insurance bundling?
Enter authentication code to start transaction.
Where would I get the code?
Please enter code.
Okay. Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Wrong.
Let's talk about bundling and see if there are other ways for you to save with a super check.
That sounds great.
Here, take a look.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Call Judd, Lori, Ginny, or Amber in Girard.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
We head to the top of the 6th inning. For Jax Ross to lead things off for the Eagles. Ross a fly out is one opportunity against Cam Smith. He'll start out this at bat ahead 2-0. And Cam will try to slide that one back in. And 3-0. And these balls are not far off. 3-0. That one will come in for strike number 1. Another one just like it. 3-1. This one looped into shallow left field. The second hit of the game for the Eagles will be a leadoff single for Jax Ross. And that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Aiden Strickland. Who had a strikeout to end the third. But over on first stands just the second hit of the ball game for Silver Lake. That one high for ball 1. Well, through 3, really through 4, Cam had faced the minimum just because of the one run he did give up in the 4th inning, ended up with a throw out at second. Gotten behind in the count. That one, strike 1. He's able to catch that inside edge, and that's where he's trying to put that ball. It's not on the outer half. It's on the inner half, and when it's there, he hits them. He's just missed a couple here of late. 1-1 the count to Aiden Strickland. That one will go high, ball 2. One on, nobody out. And the top of this 6th inning. The 2-1 to Strickland. This one over to second. Played. They'll have to get the 1 at first, and they will. It's kind of the way that one came at Briar Schultz. He got to go down on the ground, and the runner was well ahead and able to just get the 1 out. The runner does move over to second. This is the first time today that the Eagles have had someone on second base. Swing and a miss by the leadoff hitter, Brady Hogle, the pitcher. Ground out, strikeout in his 2 at-bats. He's had to step in after starting at center field to pitch the rest of this one. That one will miss outside for ball 1. 1-1 the count to Brady Hogle. Runner at second. He'll get that lead. You'll see him come into the screen right now. One. Swing and a miss for strike number 2. Right down Broadway. Strike out. Number 6 of the ball game for Cam Smith. The second of the game for Hogle, and that will bring up Dane Johnson. Johnson, strikeout and a single. The first hit of the game on Smith was Johnson. He'll swing on that one for strike number 1. A 0-1 count to Dane Johnson. That one just missing the outer half, the outside corner on that one. And ball 1. The 1-1. This one, little chopper up to second. Over goes Schultz to Cullen. And that will end the top of the 6th inning. Trojans will come to the plate with a chance to maybe ice this one. 2 runs would win it in run rule fashion. We'll see if they can do it when we return. In 1 minute, you're watching Trojan baseball from the 3A State Championship Tournament in Manhattan on Girard Sports Live.
At the Farm and Ranch Division of the 4-State Agency, we're a team of experts who genuinely care about you and your farming operation. That's why whether it's a visit to your farm or a friendly chat at our office, we're committed to delivering the service you deserve. Our team is fully licensed in both crop insurance and LRP, allowing us to cover your entire farming operation across Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Contact us today to see how we can help.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
We head to the bottom of the sixth inning with the Trojans leading 8-0 here against the Silver Lake Eagles, the 8th-seeded Eagles, the 7th-seeded Trojans. And they're sorting out who should have been 1-2 perhaps in this bracket. Can't really control your record. Well, you can. You have ultimate control of your record, but the seeding not always perfect. Just got to go off of those records, and the Trojans will come to the plate with the leadoff from the top of the order of Briggs Buckingham, a walk, ground out, and strikeout in his 3 appearances in this one. First pitch strike as new pitcher into the ball game for Silver Lake is Miles Kibbe, third baseman who started this game. And he'll come in to try to salvage what they've got left here in this one. Down by 8 runs, would have to take a monumental effort, certainly from Silver Lake, but stranger things have happened. And for the Trojans, you just want to close the door right now. Buckingham, big hack at it for the strikeout. Different pitcher I think we're seeing here from Silver Lake. With Miles Kibbe on the bump. This one hit to left center field, over to make the play, and 2 away. And that will bring up Aiden Ashbacher. He's reached on an RBI single and a walk in the last inning. Or his last at-bat, I should say. Which was the last inning. 1-0 count to Ashbacher. Kibbe's definitely got more mustard on his pitches than Hogel did, it seems. They all look fast to me. I had to look down the barrel of a Kevin Beasley sidearm curveball, and those hurt, and I think that ended my baseball career after getting blunked with one of those. Ripped down the left field line and out of play. And you take a few of those in the middle of the back, and, you know, your desire, my desire anyways, waned pretty dramatically for the diamond. The bigger they are, the harder they fall kind of thing. This one pitched outside for ball 3. Full count to Aiden Ashbacher. Here's the 3-2 with 2 outs. Inside, he'll get a 2-out walk. Second of the game for Ashbacher. And that'll bring up Robbie Bruning, who has an RBI single as well in this one. He walked in his last at-bat to start that little rally that scored 3. This one gets away from the pitcher, and Ashbacher's got the wheels to move over to second base and get in scoring position for Robbie if he can poke something through. Try to add one more here in this 6th inning. 2 more would win it. And there's the lead from Ashbacher. Bruning over to second, mishandled, bobbled a little bit. Bruning trying to leg it out, not able to do so, and that will end the 6th inning. We head to the top of the 6th. One last chance for the Silver Lake Eagles. The Trojans just 3 outs away from their first ever baseball state championship and just their second state championship in boys sports history. We'll see if they can do it when we return right after this on Girard Sports Live.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
At Girard Medical Center, we're more than a hospital. We're your hometown healthcare team. From family medicine and emergency care to lab services, surgery, imaging, and beyond, we're here when you need us. Compassionate care close to home. To learn more about our high-quality care and everything that we have to offer, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans and your hometown team for health and healing. Rooted in rural, focused on you.
We're here in the top of the seventh inning now as the Trojans a chance to play defense for a win. That means you're in the driver's seat of a ball game here at the top of this seventh inning. Swing and a miss for strike number 2 to the leadoff hitter in this seventh, which is Drew Womack. He'll pop one up. That may be playable. It's going to get into foul territory. We didn't have a good look at it, but it's played nonetheless, and out number 1. That'll bring up Kipton Kruger, strikeout, ground out, in 2 appearances in this game. First pitch miss outside for ball 1. This one just off the glove of Blake Brokaw. It'll trickle to the backstop for ball number 2. 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 7th. This one flared foul for strike 1 rather. That one will stay high for Smith. He's only given up 2 hits in today's contest. Each of those have been minimized by Burkop. Tried to earn one for him there, but a leadoff walk. Leadoff walk for Kipton Kruger. And that'll bring up Miles Kibbe. Ground out and a walk in his 2 appearances. This one miss on the inside for ball 1. One 0 count to Kibbe. This one popped into right field. Trying to get to first. They will hold and go to second. Now with the most runners on the bags at one time in this game for Silver Lake. Just the 3rd hit of the ball game for the Eagles as well. A single by Miles Kibbe moves the runners over. So runners at first and second with 1 out. That'll bring us to Dominic Monholland, who will take first pitch, strike 1. And then Cam could just go right at these guys here to try to close this thing out. And he will. Strike number 2. The 0-2. Strike number 3. Punch him out. Trojans one out away from a state championship. And I believe that's strikeout number 7 for Cam Smith. That will bring us to Ben Renfro. Trojan faithful, get on their feet and start applauding. You can do so as you're watching at home if you want. First pitch inside, ball 1. No count. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. 1-1 count. 1-1. Foul back, out of play, strike 2. A win over Jeff West in the quarterfinals. A 2-1 win in a dandy of a ball game against Burlington that ended on the last possible and closest call you can imagine. And now the 1-2. Foul back. He'll stay alive. Will Ben Renfro. Grounded out into an inning-ending double play. The count remains 1-2. The pitch. Foul back again. They remain 1-2. Renfro not going to let the Trojans just ride easily into the night, making them earn it here in this possibly final out of the ball game. One, 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And the Girard Trojans win it in Manhattan. The 2026 3A Baseball State Champions, the Trojans, with just their second state title in school history and their first on the diamond. Behind the big arm of Cam Smith and the timely hitting of this Trojan offense, they move through this state tournament bracket to move to the final day, and the Girard Trojans are state champions here in Manhattan. What a ball game, what a tournament they have had, and the emotions flowing, their cup runneth over for the Crimson and Gold. Big hugs all around. Cam Smith, a big hug for Coach Schmidt. Blake Brokaw, a big hug for Coach Kafka. And now they'll do the handshakes and all the pomp and circumstances. But what a game for the Girard Trojans. What an opportunity. And they deliver here with their first ever state baseball championship. Silver Lake has 16. The Trojans have 1. And I'll take that one right now for the Crimson and Gold. A bunch of folks watching back home really appreciate you guys and all the support we get. We'll be out selling some advertising here pretty soon, so just be on the lookout. But boy, what a game for the Trojans. Cam Smith, every bit of what he has made out to be. It is one thing to have the expectations. It is another to deliver upon those. And 3 hits and a shutout victory in the state championship. 8-0. Trojans win it. They'll get the trophy presentations and all that. We'll take a quick break. We'll get the Trojans full trophy presentation when we return. Girard, 2026 3A State Baseball Champions.
At Girard Medical Center, we're more than a hospital. We're your hometown healthcare team. From family medicine and emergency care to lab services, surgery, imaging, and beyond, we're here when you need us. Compassionate care close to home. To learn more about our high-quality care and everything that we have to offer, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com. A proud supporter of the Girard Trojans and your hometown team for health and healing. Rooted in rural, focused on you.
Since 1918, GN Bank has been the heart of our community. Big enough to meet all your banking needs, but small enough to offer that personal touch you deserve. From agricultural loans to home mortgages, GN Bank has the expertise, products, and service to help you thrive. With a pledge to treat others ethically, be adaptable, focus on customers, and invest in the communities they serve, GN Bank is committed to your success. The best place to bank and borrow, GN Bank, where community banking truly comes first. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Every day, people are discovering that bigger isn't better, better is better. Big box stores continue to disappoint. You have spoken, and we have been listening. You want a great selection with dependable service at a competitive price. We understand, and that's what we bring to you every day. We know that we have to work hard to earn your business, and we will. Bigger isn't better, better is better at Heidrick's, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Welcome to Homestead of Girard, assisted and independent living right here in our hometown. At Homestead, seniors enjoy compassionate care in a community designed for comfort. Licensed professionals provide support with daily activities, dressing, bathing, and medication management. Residents enjoy home-cooked meals and the comfort of their own private apartment. Call 620-724-6760 to schedule your tour today. Homestead of Girard, senior living with compassion, comfort, and community.
Back here on the East Side Cafe post-game show, BJ Harris along with you as we wrap it up as the Trojans are your 2026 3A baseball state champions. They're going through all the festivities here inside Tointon Family Stadium and giving away the medals, and they'll eventually award the trophy, and we'll have it for you in its entirety. Look in there from high atop our vantage point for the Trojans.
And now, one we go represent the Central League, the 3A state champions, ladies and gentlemen, Girard Trojans.
There you go, folks. Some of the best words you can hear. State champions, Girard Trojans. Long history of baseball and some success, but never at this level for Girard. Think of those coaches. I go back to, you could go all the way back to Bob Caruso and Dan Smith, obviously, the field named after Coach Smith. And look at Steve Beaver coming back and getting things going for the Trojans. Coach Dunlap, and now Coach Fornelli here in his first year going to pick up a baseball state championship. Coach Schwartz giving them a little bit of love as well. They moved over on me, and I didn't do that for the picture, but there you go. The Trojans will be able to take that long drive back across the Flint Hills and down through the Osage Cuestas to southeast Kansas into the Ozarks, and a chance to take and put that trophy in the halls of Girard High School. And a victory for the Crimson and Gold here today on Girard Sports Live. The Trojans, the 2026 3A baseball champions. We'll come back and wrap things up here in our post-game show when we return. In 30 seconds, you're watching Trojan Baseball from the state tournament in Manhattan on Girard Sports Live.
How is it so fast?
With Crawcan's multi-gig internet, you can experience monstrous speeds for every device in your home or business at the same time for a low, no-nonsense price.
Since 1918, GN Bank has been the heart of our community. Big enough to meet all your banking needs, but small enough to offer that personal touch you deserve. From agricultural loans to home mortgages, GN Bank has the expertise, products, and service to help you thrive. With a pledge to treat others ethically, be adaptable, focus on customers, and invest in the communities they serve, GN Bank is committed to your success. The best place to bank and borrow, GN Bank, where community banking truly comes first. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
We're clear at the folks from Pittsburgh. The St. Mary's Colgan Panthers going to play in their championship game in just a little bit in the 2-1A final against TMP. But we are reveling in the victory for the Girard Trojans as they win it 8-0 in this 3A final. 3 hits given up by the ace Cam Smith. And then really good hitting, RBIs. And a 3-run triple by Ben Colin, the big offensive play. And Ben had a double RBI double as well. So big game offensively for Ben. But really a team effort, and this is a squad. Boy, they will have a target on their back if they didn't already this year with almost that entire team. You'll lose some of that team speed and leadership from Maiden Ashbacher, but other than that, they're all coming back. And 3A baseball as their champion. And boy, how sweet it is. Trojans 2019 3A basketball state champions, and now the 2026 3A baseball state champions. We got to clear out of here and let the next crew that's going to do this game get in here. But boy, I will tell you, take the opportunity over nearly 800 screens turned on to our broadcast here today across southeast Kansas, I'm sure primarily and likely around the globe. And we are forever grateful on behalf of my beautiful bride, Leslie, and all the advertisers and supporters of myself and Girard Sports Live. It has been a pleasure to bring you the Trojans here from Manhattan. We'll be back at it in 2026-27 for the 10th year of Girard Sports Live. Season number 10 right around the corner, one summer away. We'll be here with every bit of the action for the Trojans. Again, final score 8-0. Girard wins it over Silver Lake, and they are the 2026 3A baseball state champions. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Go Trojans.
Thanks for watching. From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at varsitysportslive.com.